Bayern Munich's manager shades Juventus over Ligt's fitness. This is what I have to read from the morning. This is making me really annoying and also really angry. We'll speak about that. Put a maximum of likes, subscribe to the channel after the intro. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Today is a day that is annoying me, not only because Nagelsmann blah 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 blah, but everyone is speaking about Juventus, everyone, Bastoni, Nesta, Nagelsmann, Ligt, mamma mia, you're obsessed, and I will try to expose you today. We start immediately with one football, guys, because if you want to be up to date faster than the video, the article that I just showed you in the intro, it is for free on iOS and on Android. You just have to download it, one football for free. Just download it in the link in the description or with the QR code. You do whatever you want because you have every single news. The good ones about Mercato, when Juventus is trying to sign a player, when Juventus officially signed a player, the scores, real-time scores. If you are sleeping and you want to be the first one to know the score when you are waking up, because we are playing in USA, but also the bad news, like the Ligt and Nagelsmann not speaking really well about Juventus. We will come back on that, but first of all, let's expose all the other ones. And we start with Gazzetta dello Sport front page. Milan, dammi la 10. Milan, give me the number 10. They're speaking about the Ketelaar. Hey, it's fine, give me the 10. But first of all, they have to give them the 5. To who? To Bruges, because otherwise they will never have the Ketelaar. Bruges said 35, not 30 plus 2. So that's the first problem for Milan. They're also speaking about Juventus. Hey, yes, guys, I know you need to zoom in a bit, because they just put two sentences. Allegri is finding back Vlahovic that didn't play versus Chivas. A season of 30 goals is expecting him. Pay attention. But then there are some blah blah. We will come back on the words of Bastoni that is speaking about Juve, obsessed. But also in the bottom corner they are speaking about Napoli. That yesterday something really strange happened during the preseason training, during the Retiro. Spalletti had some words with Osimhen, their star. After Insigne leaving, after Koulibaly leaving, their star is Osimhen. Well, yesterday some words between the two. We know that Spalletti is used to that. After Totti, after Insigne, after Icardi, he's doing the same with Osimhen. Osimhen that was put away from the training. He had to stop and go to the locker room. He was absolutely not happy. Some big moment of tension in Napoli. But Corriere dello Sport is taking care of Roma, Lazio, but also the southern teams like Napoli. They're changing the narrative. They don't speak about the blah blah of Spalletti and Osimhen. No, they're speaking about Osimhen that said, Napoli, you can win the Scudetto. We are stronger than last year. It's true that I told you Kvaratskhelia is a really great addition. Then if they lose also Mertens and so on, I don't know how stronger they are. Pay attention, because he's saying that Immobile is the strongest striker of Serie A. He inspired himself to Harry Kane and Didier Drogba. Total different narrative. So 2 pages, one in really small because they fought with Spalletti, the other one they will win the Scudetto. Let's continue because it's not over. People today blah 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 blah. We start with Bastoni, symbol of Inter. Bonucci said that Juventus is back. It's true, they are back, but pay attention because Inter never left. I don't know if I have to remind our Interista friends that are sometimes watching the channel. By the way, congratulations to my friend Raul that just bought Bremer, that just signed Bremer. Ciao Raul, Uncle Sharma. But look, they didn't win the Scudetto. I don't know if I have to remind that to the Inter fans. If you go inside Gazzetta dello Sport, Bastoni, it would be a pity if Milan would leave. Not Milan, the team, no, the player, Milan Skriniar. Inter, you grew up, but pay attention to Juve. My friend Skriniar, he will remain here, and it immediately make me think about the last time that the player said he will remain here. Sekeda, do you remember Piqué with our friend Neymar that is at Paris Saint-Germain? We all know how the story finished with Neymar to Paris Saint-Germain. Nesta was also speaking about Juve. Guys, there is something I really don't understand. He's saying Milan is reborn, and on that one I agree. But then he says Inter is the strongest team, Juve has no alibi, no excuse for Juve. So then explain me, if Inter is the strongest one, why should Juve win? I don't understand. Maybe I don't understand. If you're telling me Inter is the strongest one, but Juve has no excuse. What is the excuse? Inter was stronger. In my logic, in my world, it is what it is. Today I have a lot of controversy, guys, but after the news of Nagelsmann, I will try to speak about Mercato. Guys, don't forget, maximum of like and subscribe if you like the video. Nagelsmann, attenzione, is annoying me really a lot. He said, the Ligt told me that the training session from today was the most difficult one, the hardest one he's had in the last 4 years, and it was even that hard of a session. It was not even a hard session, it was a normal one, maybe a bit easier than a normal session. So guys, first of all, you have to start respecting Juventus. If De Ligt was exhausted, if he was tired, if he was a bit to Nagelsmann, telling him how great he was as a trainer, and so on and so on. This is a normal conversation in training. Why not? Why not? De Ligt didn't say something really bad. He just said, I'm super tired. Maybe he was even finding some excuses to explain how tired he was. I don't know. But at the end, it's a personal conversation between a player and the coach. What I don't appreciate, what I don't like, is that Nagelsmann is going in front of the microphone and is making public, making a bit of fun, and disrespecting our beloved Juventus. And this is not okay, Nagelsmann. This is not okay. You're a young guy that started to have a brilliant career, let's be honest. But if we are looking back at your hard session, your really great trainings of last year, I just want to remind Bayern that you were eliminated by the same exact team as Juventus in Champions League. Villarreal for Juve, Villarreal for Bayern Munich. So pay attention to what you are saying, because you are starting to annoy me. This is what I wanted to say, and that doesn't take away the great work of Nagelsmann. We continue, because meanwhile everyone is speaking about Juventus. Let's ourselves also speak about Juventus and focus on the positive, because there are something positive. We are preparing the game versus Barcelona, a beautiful game without Paul Pogba, because we know it. He had that knock. He will be out for 1-2 days. He will probably miss the game versus Barcelona to come back to play versus Real Madrid, and that's a good one. What is Allegri asking? Not only to Paul Pogba, but to everyone. He's saying, pay attention. We have to play with the right foot, and we have to be faster when we are playing. The game needs to be a bit more fluid. That's what we have to do. He said to the guys, ragazzi, forza. If we are doing smart passes, we will win a timing versus the opponents. This is what they are asking. The group is training in a really hard way, but also in a really great atmosphere with the leader, McKennie, that is having fun in everything he's doing. Yesterday there was Chiellini that was there as well. We will come back on the beautiful images. Pogba was all smiles. He was not training with the team. He did some work in the swimming pool, but he was there to watch also his buddy, and that's really great sign. With a big smile. What is the predicted lineup according to Di Marzio versus Barcelona? It is Szczesny into the goal, a 4-3-3 with Cuadrado, Danilo, Bonucci and Alexandro. What is the newness there? Bonucci, that will start from the first minute there, and Danilo, that is still insisting as a center back. Zakaria, Locatelli and McKennie should be the starting midfield. So instead of Pogba, we will see that lineup. Will Locatelli be a box-to-box or a regista? We will discover it at 2 a.m. in the morning in Europe. Di Maria, Moiskin, and in the middle, Vlahovic, and that's the really great, nice surprise. Barcelona-Juve will not be only a friendly on the field, but is already a friendly together with Real Madrid in the meeting rooms, because Agnelli already met Perez and Laporte to speak about the Project Super League that we are not giving up. So pay attention to that. I told you, Capitano, number 3, Giorgio Chiellini, yesterday he made a small visit to the team in Los Angeles, because that's where he's playing now. Look at the beautiful images of Weston McKennie. He was thinking about the Nespresso maybe. He was running towards the arm to hug Giorgio Chiellini, and then already a beautiful talk between Massimiliano Allegri and Giorgio. Maybe they are already speaking about the future in 2 years when Giorgio should come back as a manager. Yesterday it was not over, because I told you about that great atmosphere, these great smiles and vibes. Yesterday there was Allegri that was showing to McKennie and also to our friend Dusan Vlahovic to pay attention to these kids, how you are taking not only penalties or free kicks, but also these kinds of Olympic Pickles with the ball from the corner kick immediately into the goal. Grande Massimiliano Allegri, that is replicating a bit how he had that relationship with Paul Pogba from some years ago. Speaking about Dusan that should start versus Barcelona, 30 goals. That's what we are expecting from him, with all the assists of Angel Di Maria that impressed a lot of us. They are also continuing to speak about the problem of Pogba that should not be really serious. Tutto Sport, and now we finish with the Mercato topic. I know you are really interested and curious. What about Zaniolo, Beppe? Zaniolo. Zaniolo, there is a war between Tottenham and Juventus, between Antonio Conte and Allegri, between Cherubini and Paratici, ex-Juve. Attenzione, what are they saying in the double page? That now there is a fight. Why? Because Tottenham is on the player, and we know how much Paratici loved and followed the player in the past. They are back on him, but Juventus is still there with the player that is preferring Juve as he's a Juventino. But there is still Roma also there, because he didn't take a decision yet. Roma is believing in him, he's doing it also his best, so we will have to be a bit more patient. What about Rabiot? We already spoke about it in the video of yesterday. If you didn't yet, go back, watch it, because there were some interesting things. But some of you will be really happy with the news I will tell you. A news that you have to pay attention, because it's not a confirmation, it's just a rumor. It's that Milinkovic-Savic is still very welcomed by Juventus. Even if we already bought Paul Pogba, Juventus, they still like the player. Lazio wants to sell him abroad. They don't want to lose him for free in 2024. They know the risk is there. Who's on the player? Arsenal. There is Newcastle, even if they didn't propose some money. But there is also a dangerous one. It's Manchester United. Why? Because losing De Jong, probably that prefers playing as a center back than as a midfielder at Barcelona, he prefers to play as a center back. They are again on the target, that is Milinkovic-Savic. Will he go there or not? Or will he go last minute and becoming the other big name of our midfield? We have to be patient. Patient, because first we need to sell. And the priority is to sell or find a solution for Arthur that could go to Arsenal in these days. Maybe even this week. And then Juventus, his other priority is to find a striker or a vice Vlahovic or a co-Vlahovic, however you want to call it. And they are giving us two names. The first one is about Firmino from Liverpool. 20 million should have been offered. This is what Mr. Conur was reporting yesterday. But also the name of Memphis Depay is back after Juventus and their tentative last January before signing Dusan Vlahovic. Let's see what will be true or not. I hope you enjoyed that video. I was angry in the beginning of the video. Now when I read all these new names, Milinkovic-Savic, Firmino, I'm feeling already better. Thank you for waiting and listening to my rant. Grazie, forza, Juve.